look at your life and perhaps you feel the weight of guilt, of wounds that do not heal, of sorrows that never seem to end. How many times have you asked yourself if there is forgiveness for you, if you can still begin again? Padre Pio left us a prayer that is like a map for the weary soul. My past, O Lord, to your mercy. My present, to your love. My future, to your providence. Here lies the key. Do not carry the past in your own hands anymore, but abandon it to mercy. Do not get lost in the anxiety of tomorrow, but entrust the future to providence. And live the present, not in any ordinary way, but immersed in love. Perhaps you remain chained to what has already passed, to falls that still hurt. Padre Pio would say, God is so merciful that in an instant, he can turn the greatest miseries into pure gold. The enemy wants you to look only at the ruins. God wants you to see what can rise again from them. It is in confession, in the embrace of Christ's mercy, that the soul finds peace again. And when you look toward the future and fear overwhelms you, remember his exhortation. Pray, hope, and don't worry. Worry is useless. God is merciful and will hear your prayer. How often we get lost in anxieties, trying to control everything, when the secret is to trust, to pray, to hope, to rest in the love of God. But the present, the present is the place of holiness. Padre Pio said, prayer is the best weapon we have. It is the key to God's heart. Do not wait to feel, do not wait to understand. Pray. Prayer is an invisible bridge that carries the weary soul straight to the Father's heart. It is in the silent perseverance of prayer that the invisible battle is won. You might look at yourself and say, I am too weak. Padre Pio answered with realism and tenderness. It is better to correct yourself of one fault at a time than to try to correct all at once and end up doing nothing. God does not ask for instant perfection, but for daily fidelity, one step at a time, one small victory at a time. Holiness is built with hidden bricks, silent battles, and faithfulness in little things. And when the cross weighs heavily, when suffering feels unbearable, remember his words. Suffering is the foundation of God's work. It is not about seeking pain, but about not wasting it. Suffering, when offered, becomes redemption. Every tear, united to the cross of Christ, becomes a seed of eternity. Padre Pio knew what it was to fight against the enemy. He warned us, the devil is like a rabid dog tied by a chain. Beyond the length of the chain, he cannot bite anyone. The enemy barks, frightens, threatens, but he only bites those who get too close. Stay away from sin, keep your distance from temptation, and you will remain safe in the grace of God. Have you ever felt abandoned by God in prayer, unable to feel anything? Padre Pio consoles. Prayer is not about feeling, but about persevering. When the heart is dry, when there is no taste in praying, it is precisely then that prayer has its greatest value, because it is born of pure faith. It is love without interest, trust without proof, surrender without guarantee. Perhaps you wrestle with discouragement. Padre Pio would say, do not ever give up. Even if you fall into all the temptations that could be committed, do not lose confidence. Humble yourself, but do not lose confidence in God. Here is the secret. Always rise again. It is not the fall that defines the soul's destiny, but the courage to rise with humility. He also taught us the value of patience. Patience is the key to eternal joys. How often impatience destroys God's work in us. Whoever does not know how to wait does not know how to love. Patience in prayer, in suffering, in the inner battle, it is already a victory against despair. And when the fear of hell tries to rob your peace, Padre Pio reminds you, fear to offend Jesus out of love, not the punishment of hell. Fear of punishment does not transform, but love for Christ sets free. It is love that gives strength to resist. It is love that heals. It is love that conquers. He also pointed us toward the Eucharist. The world could exist more easily without the Son than without the Holy Mass. The Mass is the heart of the world, the source of all spiritual life. Whoever discovers this truth can never live the same again. The altar is Calvary made present, Christ giving himself for you today. And about the sacrament of reconciliation, he said, "Confession is the soul's bath. You must go at least once a week. The soul is strengthened when it allows itself to be washed in the blood of Christ. Do not fear confession. No matter how grave your fall, there is mercy for you. Every absolution is a new birth." Padre Pio spent countless hours before the Blessed Sacrament, and he counseled, "Never leave Jesus alone in the tabernacle. Visit him often. He waits for us day and night." The secret of spiritual strength is not in techniques but in presence. To be before Christ changes everything. He waits, silent, humble, yet filled with the power to transform your heart. In the end, his teaching can be summed up in the 3 words he repeated constantly: pray, hope, and don't worry. Simple but profound. Here is the program of a saint. Whoever prays does not walk alone. Whoever hopes does not despair. Whoever trusts is never lost. And you? Will you continue bound to the past, dominated by the anxiety of the future, suffocated by the weight of the present? Or will you surrender everything to Christ, as Padre Pio taught us? My past, O Lord, to your mercy. My present, to your love. My future, to your providence. Today, make the decision. Pray, hope, trust. The world does not need perfect Christians, but men and women who do not give up. The world needs souls who carry their crosses with love. The world needs you. Subscribe and discover the beauty of the Catholic faith.